Hello everyone and welcome to the next of the 3-star Esper guides, and today we will be taking on Ifrit 3 stars. A step up, but not too much of a bigger threat than Siren was. So we need no help today, so we are going to go in and show you guys just how to do this fight. One of the big things, we need fire resistance on our tank. Same way that Siren was all about water resistance, Ifrit is all about fire resistance. Now, this is the interesting thing, is that Ifrit is a little bit tougher of a fight because Ifrit has a AoE 2000% fire magic attack that will also AoE debuff the team for 100% fire resistance. Meaning, ideally, what you want... Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. I know it's somewhere in here. What you really want is your magic tank, whoever it may be, to have 200% resistance to fire. So that way, even if he debuffs you for 100%, your magic tank can still cover your entire team for just easily. So really, with a good magic tank with 200% fire resistance, this fight becomes very, very easy and manageable. This shield, of course, does a lot of help, the flame shield, and I believe it can be gotten through the story. So it's not the hardest to get. Now, Ifrit, of course, is a beast, meaning an attacker with beast killer on it will help. Ifrit is minus 100% resistance to ice, so ice attacks. You cannot use any status ailments on him. And he cannot be attack or magic broken. He also has 50 million HP. So as opposed to Siren, who only had 1.2 million HP, it's going to be a longer fight. And the challenges are as follows. Summon Shiva, use less than 5 units, no items, and clear. Now, no items should be fairly easy for you. Summon Shiva, plenty of units you can use to summon Shiva. We will not be doing that because we've already completed the trial. We will be trying to work towards the 5-man to show you that it can be done with just a little bit of managing your space. The other thing that we will be showing off today that I did not show off in the Siren video is we will be replacing CG Citra. Now we will be replacing CG Citra with a Provoke tank to eat up all of the physical damage, and Freya will be, of course, our damaging girl. Alright, here we go. Alright, time to take on 3-star Ifrit. So the first thing we want to do is we want to hit him with a good old-fashioned Provoke. We want to make sure our magic tank gets up right away since we can't attack or debuff him. And we're going to get Ignis going just so he can give extra resistance. Now, of course, you could use CG Fina to boost the party as well, meaning you would only need to hit about 160% fire resistance. But the big thing with a lot of the 3-star Espers, we'll give them a turn, is to make sure that you have the appropriate element resistance. Of course, with 7 stars you can burst them down, but you may want the trials. And auto revive is always a good thing to throw on your tanks. So as you can see, he opens with a giant fire attack that debuffs our team for 100% fire resistance, but because Bosch had 200% fire resistance, he can do nothing to us. That was the wrong ability. So you can also use elemental buffing to make sure that your tank stays very healthy. Again, basically 160% in anyone who can buff fire resistance, and you'll be fine. And just to prove it, what happens when we do this? Only defense and spirit debuff. So now we can put Bosch in defense mode. We can... Defense mode? Why am I always referring to Yu-Gi-Oh? So we'll do a few turns of just letting him throw a temper tantrum. As you can see, our physical dodge tank basically eats up any of the physical attacks that could be dangerous, while Bosch will keep us safe from any and all incoming fire attacks, making this fight very, very easy. Ifrit has really nothing for status effects, and other than a couple of turns, now conditionally once he starts getting weaker, at thresholds 80%, 60%, and 30%, he will hit with that 2000% fire attack again, but a strong enough elemental resistance magic tank and it will be totally useful. And of course, he has the possible every 3 turns to give himself a single target, 3 turn, 100% buff to all ailments, so make sure you have someone who can use Dispel. Other than that, all of his attacks are basically fire-based and completely manageable. So we will buff our team, and we will throw elemental resistance on, because why not? And now we will let Freya do her thing. Because we like Freya. Yes, we do. Make sure that you are using Provoke and not an AoE physical cover tank, though. That is the only thing that needs to be said. So as you can see, since we hit the 80%, he will use his fire debuff attack, but it is not even in the least bit threatening to us. Matter of fact, we can basically just do the exact same thing as last turn, and just keep punching him in the face. Now again, because we hit the next threshold, he will try and hit us again, only to find that his attacks are totally useless. But you can decrease the amount of damage through damage reduction, you can do all kinds of things. Let's throw on some MP resistance. Sure, why not? I like MP resistance. Do you like MP resistance? Of course you do. And because we are easily hitting a threshold every turn, he is just constantly doing an attack that can do literally nothing to us. Feels good, man. Feels good to have a Freya. And there you go. That's all there is to it. Keeping your fire resistance above 100% and a provoked tank, physical tank of any kind with some dodging ability. Basically an absolutely easy way to get this fight done and over with. So yes, that is all for now. I hope you have enjoyed this. I hope this has helped out. Next time, we will be going for the Ice Queen herself, Shiva. And again, a little bit of, or no, Golem is next. Yes, Golem is next. We will be fighting Golem next. So anyway, that is all for now, and I will see you all in the next Esper guide. Still need to think of a better name.